Hello, chat room. What is up? Thank you for breaking it down with us, Gito. Thank you for joining as well. What's up, everyone? Hello, chat room. Let me get our volume back. It's probably all just at one, honestly. I am realizing I have a tendency to turn down games when I play games. There has to be a better way than the life that I'm living, but that's beside the point. Welcome back, chat room. We are here playing one more shift of Parcel Simulator, and I say that semi-confidently because things have just gotten really busy. There's some other things that I want to play. I feel like I will probably play more Parcel Simulator. You know what? I shouldn't predict what's going to happen after the end of this. Who knows what's going to happen? Point is, I played some off stream. I feel like I have a good grasp of the game now and the future. And I'm also just extremely still addicted to Animal Crossing. And there's only so much time in the day to grind games. So Animal Crossing has been winning. But earlier this week, I tweeted that I was going to play Parcel Simulator. And then I had to reschedule. So I wanted to make sure that we got one shift in. Let me show you what I've been up to and, of course, get to work. So I'm on day 21, still in tier 3, and we have a butt ton of money. And the goal for today is to make even more money. I know, it's a shocking plan. And shockingly, and we also need to move chat. I think you're going to go to the bottom left. Oop. Hold on. Wasn't there a sound in the background option? There's not. Oh my god. Anyways. Alright, chat. So this... I don't know what just did that beep, but... Like I said, we're on day 21, and the factory is looking a lot different than the last time you all saw it. I honestly don't remember. Don't remember what it looked like when you all saw it last, but let me kind of get in the corner as best I can. It is been completely redone with different belts and whatnot, and I have my own little system set up that I thought was pretty smart. So the way that the game works, I've learned, is, you know, you upgrade your factory by clicking these for sale signs. We already know that, but the factory doesn't grow in a long rectangle shape like I thought. It actually grows in a weird L shape. I don't know why the developer decided to do it that way, but you know what? I consider it an added challenge on automating. So right now we have 2 doors where packages are going to come through, where those 2 orange lights are. I guess I could, no, let's do this with no packages going through for right now, because when the packages start coming, I have to start focusing. They come down this line. Now, this line, I know what you might be thinking. You're thinking, wow, Mashed, what a long waste of conveyor belts and time. Why would you ever make your packages go all the way down here? All the way, it's long, and literally almost as long as possible without snaking them in this empty space. Well, that's because we get a certain amount of packages at certain intervals, and if they're blocked, they don't send more packages. So with that in mind, in order to maximize how many packages we're going to output, we need to constantly make sure that these doors aren't full. Part of that means storing your boxes. But it would be crazy to bring in your boxes and then put them on a shelf and then take them from that shelf and put them on a conveyor belt. I instead opted to have the super long conveyor belts. And with a slight tweak to that plan, because it still wasn't enough, I think it does pretty good. We usually don't get clogged up until the end of the day. So let's pretend that I'm a package right now. I'm going down the belt. Doesn't matter which one. Let's go down this one. We go here to the pre-sticker checker. If it's approved, it goes to the left, and goes to the green storage. If it's not approved, it goes to the right, and it goes this way all the way to the decline section because it's already been rejected. If it does not have a sticker, it will go through underneath this one into the weight scanner, and then into the serial number, and then onto other devices in the future. But, you know, it's going to snake out one way if it's good, snake out another way if it's good. Right now, my packages can only be checked by weight and serial number, so if there's no sticker, and the weight is good, and the serial number is good, then that means this package is good to go, but only needs a sticker. So it goes on the yellow storage, next to the green one, so I can remember that this is the approved side, right? Same thing for this line. I have 2 lines of these machines, and they're both sending them their packages to their own storage areas, and that's just to help them not get as clogged up. And then over here, if any of these packages from either lines are rejected, they get, just like that side, grouped up together, placed on this side in these 2 red storage racks. So all that sounds good, but then you're thinking, but we know that some packages are going to be shipped by the road, some packages are going by train or by rail, some are going by air, and not all of those vehicles ship out on the same days. So what do we do then? Well, for when we don't have air mail going out, I just manually, for now, I'm just manually changing the belts because I don't have the technology to automate that better. I believe in the future there are pausers that you can get. I don't know how they work though, but we have the decline invalid submissions line, and then over here is the truck and rail, but we have two kind of lines here. So the way that it works is I stand at my desk, because you have to stand at your desk to do certain things, like print out stickers. And as I sit at my desk, I just sit here and grab a package, and then I'll drop it off on the conveyors on the left, right, or wherever. And that's been working out really, really well. It's still a bit manual, but that's okay. So what we need to do, actually, before we play, is we have to do some math on how much money we need before we're ready to buy everything and try to skip a tier so I don't have to do as much work in the game. So the license for the parcel opening toolbox is $500, which is what you need to do the next level of thing. The parcel opening toolbox itself is $150. I don't know what the advanced desktop scale is, but we have an automatic weighing machine, so we don't need that. So we're gonna need 4 elite, let's see, 5 storage racks, so plus 900 times 5. So we're at $5,000 right now. Probably just add in 1 extra rack in there just for safety. So $6,000. If I look at, let's see, we're gonna try to go up to, what was it, tier, oh, there's the pauser. Tier 4 gives you unloaders as well. Now this is one, just the minorest of complaints, which is that the items are grouped by their type, like these checkers or the scanners. But so it kind of feels like everything below these are going to be in a higher tier than tier 9. This is what this one is, but then actually this pauser is tier 4. So you really have to look a little bit closer. So we need some pausers and unloaders. $600 for an unloader? Do I really need an unloader? I guess that's for you to set up storage for certain, but I don't really understand, like, if you put all the packages on a storage, maybe you have like an unloader, it's paused, and then it leads to an unloader, and then it can, I don't know. So then instead of doing the packages yourself, you're just going over and pressing a button? That might make sense. So unloaders, let's just say we need 4 of those. Oh, fuck, I fucked up I fucked up the math on it. I think we were at $6,000 plus 600 times 4. It's $8,000. Hey, we're already at $15,000. We're pretty good. We're gonna need some pausers, so that's like 125. Let's just say 4 pausers. I don't know, 4. And then let's see, we're gonna need, here's where it's gonna get expensive. 1 scanner for cargo. So we're gonna go to tier 5, it seems like. There's no other things unlocking at tier 5 except for the scanner by the country, which doesn't really help us that much, because you still are gonna have to look at the icon, and we're gonna have to cut open the box anyway. I don't want to cut open the box, if I'm being honest. I don't know why I'm so against that. So 1 for the scanner for the country, and then another one because we have 2. So that's $12,000. And we're gonna need some belts because, you know, all of that needs routed through. So that's like 100 times, I don't know, 20, 10 for each. That doesn't even seem like that many. 14. All right, we're at $14,000 now. And then we're going to tier 5. So that's, oh, I see another thing for insulated boxes here. So that's another 1,000. And then we're going to, like I said, tier 5. I'm on tier 3 right now. So, how much is that? I don't know how much this is. Let's just assume that the upgrades are $2,000. 2,000 plus 2,000. That's still only $19,000 that we need. I don't know how I should do that. I think I'll open this one. Oh, and then are there some upgrades that we can unlock? Yes. Tier 4 gives me 2 more, which is delivery speed and delivery size. So that's plus $2,000. $21,000. All right. Okay. Okay. Whew. So all of that is looking like we're gonna be at $21,000. So we should probably hit like 23, you know, maybe get another 10,000 up to $10,000 to be safe. So that's honestly probably like 2 days of work. It probably took me longer to do the math than it'll take us to get that much money. All right, here we go. Time to show off the new power of my factory. Also, I tried to collect the trash off stream. I tried to take this trash and throw it in my house so I could have a thing full of trash. But they despawn at the beginning of the day. Boo! Boo! Okay, so today they're letting rails go through. Oh wait, that's good. Because look at this. I have some rail boxes. I have some boxes that are ready to go. Ah. Yes. But you can just go like this. Let's see how that works. All right, so that was 8. Found out that some of the pre-checked packages are actually wrong. And so if you really, really, really wanted a no mistake factory, I think you'd also have to add, you would want to add the sticker checker last almost. I think. Either that or it's a bug. People are saying it's a bug. I don't know. I don't know. This is a lot of packages. I can see why have it. So see, we could have an unloader and everything. I could just come here and like put the packages on this thing. And then, you know, it still requires me to do something, but I don't have to do this part of it, which takes forever. Especially when the packages don't want to cooperate. They never want to cooperate. I wish I could sound more like a disgruntled post office worker, but it's kind of a fun game. I watched a lot of streamers playing this. I just popped in for like a little bit. It made me feel less bad about rambling about like, this goes here, this goes there, this goes here, this goes there. I was like, I guess that is like all what you're gonna be saying a lot, huh? Well, this is like not a good test of my factory because I'm shipping out. Oh, I got one wrong. I'm shipping out a lot of extra packages that we didn't actually, you know, prepare today. But I guess it's more money. I almost wish that the mail packages, like the smaller ones, had to go somewhere else or something. I don't know if I want to make the game more complex, but I can see it happening. Oh wait, or just add a second floor. Yeah, hell yeah. That would be crazy. I saw some people's factories, they have dedicated areas for basketball courts. And I was like, now they're just showing off. Dan and Sans. I've never played Undertale. I think that's common channel knowledge at this point though, as many people have mentioned it to me. A lot of people have been playing Deltarune. I guess it's like a chapter thing now. I don't know how I feel about... it's kind of like... I guess if I had a choice, I probably wouldn't make my game... or like play a game that's an episodic one. But then there are circumstances where sometimes that format works better for the developer. So maybe I could be swayed, if that makes sense. Go on. I got 3 wrong? Oh, okay, wait. I think I'm finally understanding the incorrect parcels thing. Which is that you get penalized for getting them wrong. But it's more like you get penalized like the more you get wrong throughout the day. Like, I don't know, maybe it's still hard for me to explain. Incorrect parcel submissions multiplier times 2, because I got 3 wrong. I guess you get 1 free wrong one every day, maybe. That would line up with stuff that's happened to me in the past. So like, even if I submit them and they're all correct, nothing bad happens to me because I got those 3 wrong. But if one of them's wrong and I'd already gotten 3 of them wrong, I guess I get super penalized. So I just got another one wrong. Yeah, so that's minus $60 that time. Oh my god. How did I get another one wrong, man? Ow. Ow. I haven't even started the day yet. God. Alright. Check out this new system, lads. It's great. It's seriously really good. Open the gates! I guess you're supposed to do it here, maybe. Alright, so you would think that I'm just supposed to stand and wait at my desk as the packages roll in, right? Wrong. In order to prevent a pileup of boxes, we must immediately begin self-curating the boxes. So these ones that I'm grabbing already have stickers on them, which means we don't need to waste the machine's time making them go through the machine, right? I can just come here, drop them on the ground, get at my desk, and then sort them where they need to go. So these are all declined. They're going on the decline thing. This one is good, and we're doing rails today, so it can go on. Isn't this so much easier? Look at that. Done. Done with those. Hurry. Get the next batch. And it is, you know, yeah, I'm walking all over your packages. Yeah, it's probably not safe, you know, but how else do you expect all of your Schmamazon deliveries to get to your home on time? How do you expect your cat litter to get there without these types of efficiencies happening? Okay, there are none of them. None of them are relabeled in that batch, which is kind of annoying. I was also checking the stickers and stuff, because sometimes the stickers are wrong. That's an easy one to tell. Easy way to tell one. Okay, I got a lot on my pallet here. But it can hold more than the other one. It's an upgraded one. Alright, so drop all those. Sit at my desk. Goes to the plane. Decline. Truck. Decline. Rail. Rail. Truck. Declined. Air. Also, I could stay in here and do it, I guess. Rail. Alright, another batch is coming in. Submit the ones. My airplane storage, which is admittedly really shitty, is getting full, so I'm going to take these and dump them in the airplane package pile. And then we go back to look for pre-done packages. Sometimes if I hold the pallet too close to the conveyor belt, it like, the game thinks that the boxes on the pallet are on the conveyor belt, and it will adjust the other ones. We don't want that to happen. But it does make me laugh a little bit. We're already clogged up a little bit. It's okay though. We're only clogged up here. It's okay to be clogged up here. We just don't want to be clogged up at the delivery doors. Or we also don't want to be clogged up in our storage, which has happened to me too, because I've been too focused on doing what I'm doing right now. That's also bad. Okay, well, there's two that are declined, but I'm full, so... Was it those ones? Okay. Oh god. There's another badge. Wonder what happens if you stay in the truck. Does the door close on you? Do you get to see the packages being born? Wow, all those were pre-done. Hooray! Okay, now my storage is getting a little full. These ones that need inspected. The yellow storage means they need manually inspected. So I'm gonna take all these, put them on a pallet, and just put it here. And I'm gonna take all these, put these on a pallet, because this is also getting full. These are all declines, and I'm just gonna put it up there, so I don't mess with. Oh god, oh god, I need to go faster. Okay. Okay, okay. That one's approved, and this one's approved. And this one's approved, but going by air, and then this one's approved going by air. This one's approved going by rail. Oh god, it's not fast enough. It's not fast enough. Rail. Declined. Go hit the button. Declined. Declined. Truck. By air. By rail. Declined. By air. Declined. By air. And then all these need inspected, right? We need to do this because the yellow storage is getting full. That has an hourglass? Wrong. Ruania? Correct. Let's see if I remember all the flags. It's been a few days. Molland? I realized playing this game at some point I've learned more fictional country flags than I do real life flags, say in like Europe for example, and that made me feel a little odd. Also, something that's really nice about this is that I actually don't have to get up and put them on the pallet. They're even so close within my cursor range, I can click them here. I feel like this is an exploit a little bit. That I can just click them off the shelf like this. But, for now, we'll call it we're working smart. That's the wrong flag. No, that's the correct flag. Our packages are jammed up. Oh gosh. One of the things is jammed up. One of the doors. So I'm looking for some pre-approved packages. None of them are. I can't see that one sticker. Oh, okay, there's one flaw with putting it up against the wall. Sometimes you can't see the stickers. What? None of these are pre-stuck. What the hell? Oh wait, it's the end of the day. Alright, so our delivery line only got full, like, towards the very end, which is good. The bad news is, I was way too slow. And it's only gonna get faster. The good news is, we already have enough money. Almost. I mean, we will have enough money by the end of today. Once I do all these packages. Up. Oh god, I don't remember. Are these all wrong? Do these need inspected? Why are these just on the floor? I think these ones all just need inspected. Oh wait, yeah, because I pulled them off the shelf. I pulled them off the shelf when I was at the desk. Okay, quite a few that need just inspected. Let's just do those first. Oh god. You know, I need to remember, it's not a race. We're chilling. I've made the airline conveyor kind of on accident so long that even though we only have a really crappy storage, over there. It's gonna take forever for it to fill up. But I do wish I had better storage for rails and trucks. I guess I could just put the rails on this one anyway, and then move them over later. If I really, really, really wanted it out of my way. I appreciate that the developer did not make the errors with the flags. Stuff like, oh, it has 7 points on the star instead of 6. It's usually really obvious color changes, or sometimes it's even just the wrong flag. Or sometimes it's a flag that's not related to any country at all. Infinite warehouse? Hopefully, I've seen some really cool factories where I think people's could go on forever. Infinite time, infinite packages. This is both someone's personal hell and someone's personal heaven, perhaps. Or they, oh, the packages have almost... They've kind of caught up, I guess, because I was doing that big batch. I got a big batch in the middle. But it's clogged again. I do wish that the game... Whoa. Oh, that's just 2 really big packages. I do wish the game had... And maybe it does, and I just haven't been paying enough attention. But an indicator that like plays when there's a problem. Like, if there was like a little light on, or even if you could install one, like a little light that pops up that's like, this thing's not moving, you know? I think that would look, it would even kind of look cool. Whoops. Get all these off of the pallet. Jonathea, is that right? I've made 6 mistakes today. Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty frustrating because off stream, I was clocking out like 120 boxes a day with like no mistakes, but no one will believe me now. Well, I can kind of prove it. Look at that. Boom, 96% accuracy all time. My accuracy for today is 95. Don't look at that part. That's the wrong flag. Man, it doesn't feel like Friday. I'm so messed up on my days and like my time and everything. I feel like there's lots of stuff happening around me, and I had to make a list so I remember everything that I want to do, and I kind of feel silly about that because it's all still stuff that's involving me sitting at the computer. So it's not actually like physically that busy, I guess. But mentally there's a lot of stuff to keep track of. I guess I'm also thinking about it because I've been working on the chatting stream, our monthly chatting stream. I've been trying to think of how to make it better. Or if not better, it's just... Or if not better, then at least trying different things. That'll be happening this weekend. Part of me sometimes still feels good for just doing it in the first place. We can't give up. Don't give up. If we give up, it'll never turn into something neat. There's a non-0% chance that it'll turn into something neat. That's a good enough for me. Why did I put this one off to the side? Alright, we're a little clogged again. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this big pile of declines before I forget what they are. And I'm gonna take them off of here. All these get declined. You know, oh man, I just thought it'd be so like satisfying if there was like a decline. Is there is there like an automatic sticker applier in the future? I bet there has to be, right? Checks the stamp. Sticker applier. Oh man, that would be so sick. Like warehouse tier 7, you could just like even come up with a system where you just dump a big pile of boxes onto something and then it marks them all as declined, you know? Oh my gosh, this is gonna take forever. Followage 10 months in 1 hour. 10 months, it's almost a year. Seems longer. That's because of all the crazy content that happens. Woo! He says weekly spelled with an A. Very cool though. Thank you. It does feel like a while. Swees, what up? Welcome to the factory. Just in time for me to clock out. Good luck with all these boxes. Good luck figuring out which boxes are meant to be declined or meant to be marked as approved. I'm going to the break room. Time to go to my secret stash of boxes. Yeah, what's in this box, you might ask? It's one of the Schmell My Balls. What? I put both of the Schmell My Balls boxes in here. Shout out to the game for not despawning them. But what's up, man? We're just chilling with Parcel Simulator for a bit. You know, I said oh my god, 7 mistakes today. That's crazy. But wait, 145 packages. That's a lot. Because I was going to stream it that one day, and then I rescheduled, and I wanted to show off what the autonomy is like in the game. I'll admit, I got a little discouraged after watching some other streamers and seeing how far along they were in their factory, and then making me feel like, well, who cares about my shitty factory now? Look at this guy's factory. But you know what? None of them had what I have going on here. This station, this like where I get to stand here and just click and drag it to the things, which is just definitely faster. Definitely faster. Look at this. It's a crazy speeds. The failing rate is going. It is for some reason. It has to be because I'm on stream. Because off stream I was doing 120 something boxes, no mistakes, multiple days, and here we are. 7 mistakes. What were the mistakes? Country was invalid? For a league ball? Whatever. Whatever. But we have we have a new system where basically we have one's going to the yellow. The yellow means we need to check them. The green means they're already approved, and red means they are declined. Some of them, though, like already have stickers. That's where it gets challenging to like sort them, pre-sort them. But I think I've got a good setup here, and we already have enough money to go to the next stage, where I think we're gonna skip 2 tiers. Just gonna make my big pile of boxes in the middle. Also, welcome back to your home. No! Wait! Nice try. Nice try, you random box. Ice Boom, what up? You're also just in time for your shift at the factory. Hope you watched your orientation video. You guys ever have to watch, like, a traditional corporate, like, training video, but it's like a real one? Man, I remember when I had to take mine about racism or something. It was either racism or sexism, but the examples they were giving, I was like, this is not real, is it? This is like, if you can't tell that something is wrong in some of these situations, maybe you do need this training course. You know, I don't know. I was like, holy cow. You didn't? That's okay. It's a pretty easy job. You just take... Oh, whoops. I almost made a mistake as I said that. You just take the stick, look at the box, print out a sticker, and put it on the box. And you got like a 50-50% chance of it being right. But welcome though. Welcome everyone. Hope you're having a good beginning of your Friday. I'm streaming like a little bit early because I wanted to make sure we could hang out for a while. Because today we have Doobie 3D's 2D stream. That took some brain power to say. You like them odds? Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Everything in life is 50-50. You either get it or you don't. It reminds me of the day you saw a post about a guy who applied to a job operating a machine. He didn't know how to do it and worked there for a month and didn't do anything. Was it like a server technician job? Because I think I've seen that same thing. The thing that I don't understand about that is how he was like posting pictures of himself being like, yeah, I don't know how to do shit here. And he's like laughing about it and stuff. And I'm like, I don't understand. That's the part I don't get. You know what I mean? I would maybe feel bad for him if he's like, yeah, I lied at my interview and now I have to like learn all this stuff. I'm so lost. You know, I'd feel bad for someone like that. But then they're making fun of it. He's making content out of it. Get out. Get him out. Get him out. Time zone. Yes, time zones exist. You know, my parents are on a big trip right now. And they also completely forgot about time zones existing. Because I got a text from my mom at like 10:40 at night, and I was like, what the hell? And in my mind, I was like, she's out drinking or something. She's out having a big party, which, you know, she definitely would never do that. But and then when I told her, I was like, yeah, I didn't answer, you know, because it was kind of late. She's like, oh my gosh. But that's okay, you know, that's all right. Yeah, it was like, I don't know, they're all over the place. It's kind of, every time that she texts me, they're in a different state. They're on like a bus trip with an old church group. I bet you I need to send some box. No, maybe not. Man, I mean, when I think back, I had a lot of really dumb moments of working. But like, I don't know, I never felt like good about them or wanted to brag about them, or definitely never wanted to post about them on social media. I remember literally on my very first day, well, I guess it was on my second day. No, maybe it was technically on my third day, right? Like, so on my first day at my first advertising job, where I was hired to work on like digital advertisements and web design. My boss, like my direct supervisor, she was on vacation for like a few days, like still when I started. You're gonna lurk for a bit? Hey, no problem, Ice Boom. No problem, man. Thanks for hanging out, of course. We, when I got there, they literally had no work for me to do. And And they clearly just gave me some random bullshit to look at, which I was okay with, because I just didn't really care. You know, I was like, whatever. But then eventually I got assigned my first ad. It was a Facebook ad for a online university, I believe. And so you know, it's like an ad that says, hey, check out the name of our school. We have accreditations to the school. You know what I mean? Get your degree that you have shown interest in at some point on the internet. Here is like that. So when you think of like visuals for that, what do you expect to see? You expect to see like a student, you know, or like, you know, if it's like an online school, maybe it's like an older person, right? Maybe what you would call like a non-traditional college student, because it's more like, you know, you go at your own time. You can be like any age and start your new career kind of thing. Yeah, a happy student, maybe in their 30s. Yeah, exactly. So that's what I did. That's what I did. I put a picture of a person there. I used the stock image because that's just what they did at that agency. And that's what, you know, a lot of people do, because custom photography is time consuming and expensive. And there's plenty of stock images out there. And like I sent it off, and then the next day I get into work and my boss is like, hey, let's chat downstairs, which was like not part of where our company worked at. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Very innocently was like, yeah, sure. And then she was like, I just, you know, want to work. I think, you know, you and I, we can work on this ad together. We can, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I was like getting the vibe, like, something happened, right? Like something bad happened. This is like not a normal thing that's happening. And I asked her, like, you know, what's up with, is it okay? Or, you know, and she was like, look, I'll just be honest that the account manager, that's the person that, you know, that runs the account. It's a lot of the names of these things are very obvious when you analyze them, right? But they saw my ad and they were like, holy shit, this is so bad. I can't use this ad. You gotta let this guy go. They talked to my supervisor's boss, and they were already saying that. And I wanted to be like, what? On my first day? I just graduated college last week. Are you for real? You're cutting me loose that fast, you know? But we got a different picture. And then still though, like for years afterwards, every once in a while she would be like, no, you can't use that picture. That picture's too cheesy. It's too lame. It's too whatever. Like they're faking their smile. It looks so not real, you know? And like, I swear to God, I just didn't get it. I don't know why I couldn't get it. I couldn't see it. And eventually I started to understand, just after, I guess, just genuine like persistence from her being like, this is the kind of picture that I would like to see, not like this. I got better at it. It's really hard. Would you believe it's really hard to find good stock photography? Because the people that are producing that kind of stuff aren't in it to make detailed, custom, unique things. They're in it to pump out some photos, you know? Anyways, that was a randomly long story. Yesterday you saw a post about a guy that uploaded a picture of him as a kid with his dead mom, and some brand used it as an ad. That is like a nightmare scenario, isn't it, for that company? Now I'm viewing it from the... Oh, he uploaded it to an AI. Oh, now that's completely different. That's like really different now. Because before it was like, wow, that's someone not doing their research and they look like a huge insensitive person now, you know? Like, I thought it was something like, me and my mom loved eating Oreos, and then Oreos was like, look at this picture of this happy family, you know? And it's like, oh, you know, that's like not good. But the AI aspect totally changes it, not because, you know, I'm still like 80% no. I'm still very yellow light on AI usage, right? I'm realized now it's like something that's not stopping, but man, it needs to slow down. You think he was happy because it ended up as like a video? See, and even that's like interesting too, because some people they might think that it's interesting and they might appreciate something like that, you know, like, but other people might think, my god, that's black magic, heresy, you know, that's not my mom, you know, something like that. So it's really interesting, isn't it? That's why I'm yellow light about it. That's why I'm not so red light about it anymore, you know. It should have never started. Yeah, the whole like using people's information without their consent to train AI models should have never happened. But you know, when I say that now, I'm thinking it was probably stuff like that was probably already happening at a lesser extent, but it's just so obviously now like wrong. Like when you look at stuff like how Disney is suing, I forget which AI it was, but it's because you can just go on there and say, hey, make me a picture of Mickey Mouse snorting cocaine, and it'll do it, and it'll look 95% real. You know what I mean? And that's real enough for the grandmas out there, for the 12-year-old Billies out there. You know what I mean? That they don't like that. And it's one of those moments where I'm like, all right, I'm rooting for you, big brand. Get them, big brand, get them. But then I'm like, yeah, but you know, and then calm down and be cool again, okay? Mid-journey, yeah. It was, I don't know why I was like meaty. I was like MIDI junkie. No, that is a Hololive music content creator. That's not right at all. All right, sorry. Let me go to sleep. We have $27,000. You know what? I'm just gonna do another day, since it's like not that bad, and then we'll probably be good. Yeah, before it was done by hand and it took work, and now they can just fake without earning it. Yeah, it's you know, I feel a bit differently when it comes to like different mediums, but it's also, you know, I am really biased because I'm directly work in certain creative fields. And what I mean by that is like, I don't feel that chatbots, for example, are as bad as the bots that scrape artwork and generate images, but you could argue that they're the same thing because you're taking people's creative writing works and, you know, using that to teach the model. It's just a lot harder to like track because we all use words. Like, you know, I guess people have their own writing styles too, but hopefully what I said makes sense. Again, yellow light about the whole thing. I don't like it. I wish I didn't have to think about this kind of thing. What am I saving for? We have, oh, I gotta pay a bill. But we have this parcel opening toolbox, which is the next step, which means we have to like start opening the boxes and then marking them. But I don't want to do that because I like how my current factory works. So I'm saving up enough money so that I can like expand it, add another station, and basically do a bunch of steps at once. So it makes the process the transition to the next tier less painful. We only needed $21,000. I have $27,000, but I also only estimated the math. And in any game like this, you always want to get more than what you think you need, so why not? Yeah, can you write this in a fanfic style? Wait, I just saw something where they were making fun of, you know, AI generation, and they were like, oh, and put it in a Ghibli style. Every time. They said that every single time. It was so funny. I was like, god damn, they nailed you guys, didn't they? Every good thing will always be more abused than used for good. Well, there's probably some truth in that, but that doesn't mean that the good things aren't still accomplishing some good. I think I can agree with that, but also want the tone to not be as negative sounding. Maybe you didn't mean it like that. That's how I was reading it though. Like, I think like an example of how the AI art could be okay to me is just like, like if I drew some stuff and then I had it look at my drawings and said, hey, why don't you try to draw my drawings? And then we got to see what it looked like that would be funny and cool to me. And it's all good because it's my drawings, you know? But it's like too late for that reality. I don't know, it's too late. You freaking hate Ghibli pictures? It's weird, you know. I talk about AI a lot at work, honestly, like maybe weekly, if not bi-weekly. But one of my coworkers, he's like really into it, and I think he's like all for it in every degree. And I feel like we end up kind of getting into these debates about the art generation. Me at work, the AI guy? No, it's definitely the guy that I'm talking about right now. Because he's like always asking me like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? And I'm like, well, you know, you gotta prove where the sources of this stuff is coming from, you know? If you can't do that, then it's like that's a no for me, you know? But what's crazy is, like, who knows when we'll even hear a resolution about some of this stuff? I don't know. Like, will I be 40 whenever I hear, like, oh god, that's not really that far away. Will I be, like, 70 when I hear, like, oh, they finally, you know, cracked down on Mickey Mouse looking like he can snort cocaine? I feel scared even just saying that. Like they're gonna come out and slap me. You're already tired of seeing video ads. You trying hard to stay clear of that stuff. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, was that I feel like there's a certain style even in AI art, which I admit I do find extremely interesting, that it's like its own style of weird, smooth, blended, I don't know, you know, like that to me is kind of like an accidental kind of cool thing that happened. It's its own, it invented its own art style, but then at the same time it didn't, because it's everyone else's art styles combining. But then it eventually does become a kind of its own thing. I don't know. I feel bad for the guy out there that worked in that kind of style, and now everybody just assumes everything they do is AI. Also, just waiting on the day that one day I create something and someone accuses it of being AI. I'm gonna look at that as a victory. Now, anytime they do it afterwards is gonna be really annoying, but the first time it happens, gonna be a victory. Gonna be a victory. Man, yeah, it's so not. Fuck you, man. Woo! Wait. Nope, that's the right flag. Okay. Wait, uh-oh. I forgot to check what cargo types are going out today. Oh, it's all the same. Oh yeah, we're supposed to have boats soon. That's something else that we're gonna unlock, is the ability to send packages by boat. I don't want to do that either. But yeah, it's a weird thing, and I also wonder, how has AI impacted the lives of those that are not so technologically savvy? You know, like I said, I talk about it all the time. I mean, we have work meetings about AI, like about how we can even maybe create one using existing like chatbots and stuff, you know, like say we want to make like a meal planner, you know, and it's like, oh yeah, we'll use this chatbot's language model and it'll look like this, and it can say, do you want a meat dish or a vegetarian dish or whatever, you know. So something like that, it's like, okay, sure, that's not really that much different than what we were using it before. It's just the spotlight is on AI. Instead of it being just like a cool tool online on your website, now it's like, it's an AI powered tool designed to give you the perfect meal. And it would have worked the same way before the big AI craze anyway. The lip syncing is horrible, and you're sure, yeah, it probably confuses deaf people and old people. I mean, there was a moment I did kind of I don't want to say, I don't like using the term crash out. I think it sounds dumb. I think it sounds dumb. But I started to freak out on my mom because she showed me this picture. She sent me a picture of a cat. She's like, look at this cute cat. And I go, that's not a real cat. And she goes, oh, I don't care. And I go, and I got really mad. I got really mad. And I was like, but you should care because you're being, you're being played right now. Wait, why do some of these have... Oh, fuck. Some of these already have stickers on them. I got my piles mixed up. But yeah, I was like, you should care. And then that conversation did not end well. And then, but then later I brought it up again. We were talking about something and I brought it up again. And I was like, just like that picture of you when you sent me that picture of the cat. And she said, I kind of remember that. And I wanted to say, yeah, you remember that because you were thinking, oh, my son's right. But I don't want to admit it. Cat time. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice emote. Guys, you're always welcome to send emotes, by the way. We have... Okay, it's loading. I guess I've gotten signed out of everything. We have 850 plus slots still. Always check the fingers and toes. They're almost always wrong. Yeah, and then they get smart. They'll hide them, right? They'll hide them behind like like a little something. Or they'll put them in their hair or something. It's like, ah, you... I also like to look at hair, like hair textures a lot. Because like AIs, they just can't be precise enough with every detail, you know? I do feel really bad when I think something's AI and then I look closer and it's just actually really fucking good. I'm like, oh no, I'm so sorry for doubting you, random artist. I didn't mean that. I think all these just need checked. I'm definitely lost focus, guys. And I didn't grab like any boxes off the line today either. Oh yeah, we're all clogged up. The other day, a guy posted some AI art and the comments were saying, why does it only have 4 fingers? When it really had, but it really had 5, and when it was holding something, you could see all of them. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know, like, I just wish, I don't know, people create art for different reasons, you know? But it would be nice if everyone just did it for the sake of creation and the joy that it brings their souls. But I understand how I sound. I work in advertising. I think I understand it better than most people. Soul substance does not put food on the table, so... People saying that it was 4 was wrong. So people... I'm not sure I understand. So people were saying that it had 5 fingers? Or no, that it had 4 fingers, but it actually had 5. Oh, but it was holding something. But it was still AI art, though. Is that what you're saying? Oh, so it's tricky. Yeah, people are dumb. Yeah, and also, yes, it's created this air of distrust, you know what I mean? For artists and their viewers. Wait, that's not right. That's the Danica flag. Wait, that's the wrong line. Oh my gosh. I saw recently Ollie from Hololive ID Gen 2, 2, 3, 1, 2. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, Ollie. I don't know. From Hololive ID. Recently kind of went off on a guy for using AI art. I thought that was kind of funny. I forget, I didn't see the original post, but they did AI artwork of her, and she was like, this isn't even right, this is wrong, and this is wrong. Like, she was pointing out the stuff that was wrong about it. But then you see a lot of people like dogpiling on other AI artists that are posting stuff about her without her saying stuff, and I want to be like, that, I don't know, guys. I don't know if we need to do that. Like, you know, you can just ignore them. You can just ignore them, and it's fine. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to sick them. It's okay. Stop being mean. Well, it's kind of. It's more like. I don't know. I understand. I would just rather, instead of typing a message to be like, your AI art sucks dick, I'd rather type a message that says, I love your real art, to someone else, you know? But it's so hard. Usually when I comment on someone's art, I try to thank them for creating it. I don't know why, I just feel like that probably makes them feel really good, you know? Because I get really nervous about creating stuff. So I guess I'm just saying that because I hope one day maybe someone says that to me too. Like, thanks for taking time out of your life to make this for no reason really, other than, you know, our enjoyment. That's cool. And it might not even be for their own enjoyment, I guess. Could be... Oh, gosh. Oh, man. The storm, it's looking bad outside, guys. Storm is looking bad. We may lose power. Just so you know. Even if it's an AI, they don't do it in a malicious way. So just say, guys, please post it in the AI art tag. Yeah, there's like that too, where, you know, unfortunately, I don't know. I would say unfortunately. Unfortunately, some people just don't care or don't understand the moral / legal they don't understand what they're doing. I'm not explaining that very well. It might be a young Billy who just really loves insert thing here, and he doesn't know how to draw, and he is just doing it, you know, and his heart is in the right place. You know, and it would be really bad to yell at him, someone like that. Of course, you don't know who everyone is behind the screen, and you also shouldn't take the time to try to analyze every situation like this, because you'll go insane. But that's just what makes it so complicated. And like you're saying, the AI art tag, I think, is a good solution. Now, when Mizumiya Sue from Hololive, or from Hololive Device Flowglow, on stream I always say their full title. I feel like I have to for people that might not know them, but it is kind of funny. She has an AI art tag, and that was the first time I'd ever seen that. And I was like, why would you do that? Why would you invite people to make AI art of you? And then I was like, wait, it's because they're gonna do it anyway. Because this thing is not ending, right? They're gonna do it anyway. And so she's kind of like preemptively getting ahead of it and splitting it off from the real art. Now, I feel like that would just make the AI artists be like, grr, they're not looking at our AI art tag, so I'm gonna post it in the real tag. But, you know, then that's on them for breaking the rules, I guess. It's so interesting. You know, I'll tell you guys from like a corpo agency POV. At my job, for example, they basically don't want us to do a bunch of stuff with AI because you can't guarantee where that info is going to go. You can't guarantee where it came from. And so it's dangerous, you know? Smash me does an AI image of Mash. No! Oh my god! I can't believe Mashed Potato Flow would do that. Oh my god. Have you guys, I've talked about him a few times, but there's a guy named TechSmith314 who streams on Twitch. He's Milton's, I feel bad that I just said that, but he's Milton's brother. That's how I got to know him. I'm sure he's so tired of that label being assigned to him. He's also an excellent streamer and a very nice individual whom I can say that I look up to as a streamer. He has, or used to, he has like an AI image generator thing that only works on pictures that, like from pictures that he's already submitted. So he like uploaded a bunch of pictures of himself, and then people could say, hey, generate a picture of TechSmith doing this, and it would do it. I'm laughing because something bad happened. You guys already know something bad happened with the AI. One dude, his whole chat was trying to generate a picture of him and his dick, okay? And one of them succeeded. And it pops up on stream, like they'll say like, show a picture of TechSmith doing, like they have to donate, and then it's like, show a picture of him doing this, and it'll pop up, and then it'll show the image, okay? Dude, I forget, because they had a thing that the guy who created the bot was like, I think he was in the chat, if I remember right. And so they can kind of like set rules. So it's like, dude, if you say show like TechSmith holding his dick, like that's not gonna work. It's not gonna send it. And so they started getting real creative with how to say it. And the one that broke it, the one that set it off, was that they said something like TechSmith holding his god rod, and it showed on stream. I think I was there. It was just him. Dude, his schlong, it was massive. It was crazy. And and he screamed, dude. He screamed like a high-pitched scream, just like, oh! Oh shit, my mic just peeked out. He screamed though, and man, it's too funny. Too funny. You can still do it, I think, but only in his Discord now. Oh my gosh. And see, and then that's like where it's like, now see, I can't be, this is one of those moments where I'm like, see, I can't be fully red light against AI, because there's moments like that where I'm like, that was funny and seemed to be acceptable to me. So I don't want to be a hypocrite. That's worse than anything. Maybe. Not worse than anything. That's pretty bad though. I haven't really been focusing too much, just been paying attention to my batches. We're at 80 packages done, no mistakes. Pretty good. See, I wasn't lying. I still don't use, I don't use AI to generate, I've never used it to generate any picture of anything, I don't think. To me, that's like a line that I have not crossed yet and still probably won't. But I have asked ChatGPT many questions, and I've learned that some questions are not good for ChatGPT. I think the best kinds of questions to ask, like a chatbot or ChatGPT, are ones that are like, oh, I made 6 mistakes! 6 mistakes! Holy... Oh. I think I might have gotten a batch mixed up. I might have approved an incorrect batch. One less than yesterday? Oh my god. That's so sad to see. My streak is 8 now. And these are all declines, I think. I don't remember now. I'm just saying, I think they are, because this one's almost empty. You know, I had an idea recently that I pitched for one of our clients. Wait, oh my god, I just said these are all declines. I had an idea that I pitched to one of our clients that was based on the bow bow button from that one person, whomever did that made that. I know that they're not the first person to make a website that's only purpose is to have a single button on it that a bunch of people click. But that was the one that gave me the idea. I was like, we should just do that. I thought it was a pretty good idea because... Now, I can't really get into the details about it, but I thought it was good because from like a Lyft point of view, like the amount of work, not that much. Not that much. Put up a simple web page, get a graphic of a button, get a graphic of the button being pressed, get a finger, add some sound effects, add a tracker. Now, I don't know how to add the tracker. Someone from development would have to do that, but I could do everything else. Also, big lightning outside. If my power goes out during Doobie's 2D thing, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna charge my, hold on, I'm gonna charge my phones just in case. I love watching Doobie. Well, Doobie streams in general, but she just is really like really open and laid back about what's going on behind the scenes and like how things work and like, you know, I don't know if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Do you guys get that vibe too? Those that watch Doobie 3D streamer on Twitch and YouTube. Yeah? Cool. Yeah, she like, you know, she has like the monkey bar thing. It's cool. I don't know. I just feel like she's like not afraid to try like experimental kind of stuff like that. It's cool. Emmy winner? I don't know about that. Did she win? Holy dude, these raindrops are huge. You know the raindrops are big when there are other streamers, but no. Not when Mashed Potato Flows live. Just kidding. I can't say that yet. I'm not worthy of... My channel's not worthy of making that kind of remark yet. But one day it will be, baby. Probably not. Probably not. I'm probably always going to recommend that you go check out insert VTuber here over me. I'm not supposed to. That stays between us and the chill Parcel Simulator stream. I did have a thought, like, what if you had to, like, restock this printer? And then I was like, that would be so fucking annoying. I'm glad that they didn't do that. Don't put me in charge of this game. Okay, now, if I don't make any more mistakes, I'm still gonna feel pretty good. I just got confused on one batch, okay? But the rest of these are all gonna be good. What's that? What is that link? Let me do these boxes. But what is it? Oh, is it about the Emmy? I still had a lot of fun watching Doobie play CS:GO or CS2. That's not what it's called, is it? But there is a second one, I think. Emmy related. Doobie's an Emmy winner? Okay, I'll check that out later. I do remember there was one stream where she like also revealed stuff about her was it her parents somewhere, her heritage? I forget. A lot of info was being revealed. by her own hand. The debut. My mind is so... Stop. Stop the packages. Stop the packages. What do you mean 12 packages were wrong just now? What do you mean? Serial number, serial number. The weight was invalid. The serial number. So I got two batches confused. I either got two batches confused or something. I don't know what happened. Today has turned into an awful day for my packages. I will once again never prove that I'm good at any video game on stream. I was playing Tetris 99 earlier, guys. Oh my god, I'm getting so pissed off, man. I want to win. I want to win one time. Jesus Christ. These guys are monsters in the game. I swear they're not even human. They can't be human. I'm playing Tetris 99. I got 3 lines down, and then suddenly it's game over. It's boom, I'm fucking dead. It's like, what? How? How are you guys that fast? That game is Monka Giga. Dude, it's so much fun. I forgot how much I love playing Tetris. It's so much fun. Some people that play Tetris are giga good. Ah, God. It's so frustrating. But I was thinking like a Tetris 99 stream could be pretty fun, but only because just so you guys can see, you know, how intense I get about it. I don't really think it's that interesting to watch, but it might be fun to hear me get mad about it. Who can fly like a hot dog? Fly a hot dog like no one else. Me? Well, maybe that'll be my next job, since this parcel simulating business thing, it doesn't seem to be working out very well. Hey, wait a second. I can fly hot dogs. Wait, I do get... Wait, but I can't say that I beat that game, because we never got credit for that final level, and I even had the developer in the chat, and I should have asked them to backdoor me in some credit. You're talking about the sausage, right? The sausage game. Oops. You guys saw it. Doesn't count. I don't get the Steam. I don't have the Steam achievements. Steam achievements are everything in life. If you don't have a Steam achievements, show me your CS:GO knife collection now. I don't have a single CS:GO. Oh, wait. I want a CS:GO knife, guys. I might do a CS:GO stream just to get one knife. Thoughts? Do you get a pack for free? Do you get one for free? You probably get one for free, right? No, if you got one for free, then everybody would just make free accounts and stuff, and they would abuse it. FW, is it hard to get a knife? I don't care if it's a shitty knife. I just want to be able to say that I own, you know, a CS:GO weapon. That's cool. Also, I'm glad that you enjoyed that stream. I totally forgot about that hot dog game. If they ever put out another update, we'll play it again. I kind of feel bad because, you know, they put out that update and it was just more levels. It was like a 4 or 5 level game and they put out 3 free levels. And I was like, you guys probably took you some effort to make this. I feel bad that I'm just playing it for free, but oh well, I guess. The chance of getting a knife from CS:GO is 0.26. That's higher than Isle of Yearning. That's higher than Isle of Yearning. I have already farmed for something more difficult than that for hours. Wait, is it? Wait, no, yeah, it has to be because Isle of Yearning is 2 1%. That island is cursed for, not for everyone. Not for everyone. Also, 123 packages, 13 mistakes. That's really bad. But we have enough money now. I'm actually not going to go to the next day. Also, what we're talking about is a Lost Ark collectible, guys. Lost Ark's a Korean MMO where you have to kill an enemy that's on a 30-second timer. There's 2 of them that can exist, like, on this island. They're on a 30-second timer, and you have a 1% chance to drop the item, I think. And then it's another, once you get the item, it's a 1% chance to open the item and it have the actual item that you want. And so the double 1% or double, whether it was 5% or 1%, is just, it was just brutal. It was brutal. I got so many of the initial 1% bags. I got so many bags, never got the thing. It still haunts me a little bit, a tiny bit. But now that they've changed the odds, I've been freed because I don't want it now that they've made it easier. That's like the one thing they shouldn't have made easier. If anything, they should have just lowered the island soul requirements for whatever whatever people were complaining about. Just make it 1 less. But I'm in the 0.01% of gamers that were playing for Isle of Yearning, so I understand. I did not mean to go to sleep. But as long as I don't start the day, I can just build my factory anyway, I guess. Speaking of silly short games, you know what game was released that I am planning on playing? I just have no idea when. That game, that platformer game, that very simplistic platformer game called Level Devil, the one that, you know, you'd like walk and suddenly like the floor gives out on you, or you like walk and a spike shoots out in front of you, and then if you try to jump over the spike, it like goes up and like hits you in the sky or something. You know, it's just constantly trolling. That game has been fully released and it's been out for a while. It's a pretty good clip game, I think, you know, like to get some funny moments from. Don't know when that'll happen. Oh, there's also a really fun game I'm super excited to play soon. And the name of it is obnoxious a little bit. It's a little obnoxious. It's Secret Agent Wizard Boy and the International Crime Syndicate. Secret Agent Wizard Boy and the International Crime Syndicate. But it's basically like old school Harry Potter game meets janky Gary's Mod / Fallout 3 physics. And to that, I say yes. I say yes to that combination. Okay, so we have to do these in a certain order. I think I have to buy this parcel opening toolbox first, right? I have to buy the license, but to buy the license, I think I have to buy the thing. Yes, this. So we'll buy our parcel opening toolbox. Which I think it's like something I saw in someone else's stream. I think you put the stuff on top of it. Whoops. Nope. Is that a knife? The knife is just floating there? Is that the knife that I'm supposed to cut open the boxes with? Well, I don't need this keypad. Wait, I can get rid of it, right? Yeah. Also, the developer's adding a way for you to pet the cat. Hooray! Hooray! We can pretend though for now. Pet, 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 pet. Wonder what happens if you try to sell the trash to the cat. Nothing. That's fine, that's fair. I wouldn't want the trash either. So I've opened the parcel thing. Now I can buy the license, which unlocks tier 4, which means now I can buy this, which opens the boat thing. I didn't know that the boat thing was going to be there. It's kind of thrown me off a little. Tier 5 now, so I did kind of do the math right. I was saying there's probably cost $2,000 each. It's good we got a little bit of extra money. This way unlocks more doors eventually, more cargo bay doors. So I don't want to do that yet. But I need to go, how far was I was just going to go to tier 5, I think, right? Oh yeah, here. Yeah, tier 5 for the country, but so tier 6 would unlock what? Contents inspection diverter conveyor. Separates parcels with contents inspection required. I don't understand that. Unless you just don't have to open every box. I just assumed you had to open every box. But you don't get the thing that scans for prohibited content. Wait, no, okay, wait. Hold on, let me, maybe the game's telling me this. Let me look at the email. Open up those parcels. Well done for being proactive and purchasing a contents inspection license. Only some parcels need their contents inspecting, indicated by the red contents inspection label required. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, game. Thank you, developer, for being ahead of me on that one. So if that's the case, that opens up at tier 6. Screw that. Screw this. We're going to tier 6 then. I guess I'm going to open this one. And this one. Oh, requires stamp authentication. No! What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, hold on. Let's buy these upgrades too. What do you mean there's another tier of upgrade? Why was there not 3 circles there? Dude, I can't plan the budget if the game's not gonna help me here. Okay. What the hell, man? Look, there's 2 dots here for 2 upgrades. Is there gonna be another one? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, game. Whatever, game. That's fine. Stamp. A stamp? I don't remember anything about stamps. Using the database of valid stamps, check stamps are not forged or invalid. No required tool. Alright. Wait, that's the last inspection license, apparently. Stamp of approval. Go to the stamp menu in my thing. Oh, no. Oh, God. They're very similar. They have a mixture of stars at the top, and that's it. That's the only difference. And then prohibited content. They can't have bleacher chemicals, gas containers, loose batteries, knives, or cash and money. Why no loose batteries? Because they're like a fire hazard? No knives? But you can bring your guns, I guess, everyone. You're allowed to bring guns? That one's better. Is that another Emmy explanation? Thank you. So, okay, cool. If there's nothing, oh, what is that? If there's nothing that I need to check the stamps with, then what I have, my system that I have now doesn't change, except that occasionally I'm gonna have to cut open a box, and then, and on top of checking the country, or no, wait, on top of checking the label, I'm gonna have to check the stamp. So we're trading out, looking at the country, now for the stamp. Okay. I think that kind of makes sense. I'm also thinking about this from like a game, like a phase standpoint, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, you know, you don't want, I don't know how the developer would feel about me sandbagging the tier just then to get enough money to go to the next ones, you know? Like, maybe he wouldn't want you to do that, but I think that it's cool that the way this is working, where now, you know, now I don't have to worry about one thing, but I have one new thing to worry about. If it kept doing that, the game would get annoying, I think. But that was the last license. So, I think we're in good shape. I'm gonna buy this one too. Perfect. This is an excellent step, I think. Like, we have a lot more space. We don't have more gates. We have one new gate for maritime packages, which is admittedly gonna cause a ripple effect, because we're gonna have to start sending, well, it's just one extra lane. Or wait, no. Wait a second. It's one extra lane, but it's like one extra lane that I'm gonna have to put here. That way I'm gonna say, oh, and now you're a boat package, so you go here. Oh, but this is easily fixable if I just get rid of the rail and come up with a better system for rail packages. Because rail packages, well, rail packages are there 5 out of the 7 days. Boat packages are only there once a day. Once a week, I should say. That is also another really, like, interesting dynamic to the game. That, certain things only come on certain days. I still feel like this is a really good, polished game. I read the most recent post from the developer who was like, hey, thanks for everyone playing my game. I can't believe all the people that are playing it. And he posted some stats, you know. Oh, no, I'll read them, because I thought they were funny. 1 second. $1 billion total earned for the boss man. 15 million parcels submitted correctly. I laugh that he didn't post how many were incorrectly submitted, which makes me wonder. 350,000 hours worked at the warehouse combined. That's about 40 years of real life time. 3,600 peak concurrent users on Steam, and then 220,000 hours of gameplay watched on Twitch. Hey, wait a second. Some of that's me. Some of that's me, guys. That feels good. And you. You did that. Woohoo! Nice. But congrats to that guy. I don't know if I said this before. He's a solo dev. He's been working on this for a few years. I've not been following him this whole time, but we love that kind of thing. That's a good story, right? That's a feel-good story. Okay, so we have a new gate. Everything else is not working the same. Hold on. First, let's order the parts that we need. So we don't have a new line. We don't need a bunch of new machines, but we have the country scanner now, so we need 2 of those. You know, let's buy 1 pauser so I can learn how it works. And we're probably gonna need at least 2 unloader conveyors. I'm thinking 1 for rail and 1 for the air, or 1 for the... Actually, well, we might need 3 for each cargo type, but except for the truck. Have I seen Peak? Like the game Peak? Or a different thing, Peak, that... Yeah, I've seen the game. I've seen it. It looks pretty... I watched Subaru, Miko, and Miosha play it, and it was really funny. A lot of funny moments. A lot of Subaru feeding Miko lollipops at her against her will. Peak was made in a month? Oh my gosh, really? I can't believe that. That's incredible. Wow. Good, I mean, good for them, because they, you know, it's funny that you bring it up, because I have it in our monthly chat to talk about tomorrow, which is, I need 2 of those. Because we need to have it do this first, I think. I'm not sure. Let's just order one. But I have it in the chatting stream to talk about tomorrow, talking about the genre of casual, of what I'm just simply calling casual multiplayer games. It's super fun. I'm proud of you for resisting the urge to say that it's peak, okay? I know that every person that talks about that game thinks about that joke, that it's peak. That peak is peak. Proud of you for not doing it. I've also would have been proud of you for doing it though, if I'm being honest. It would have been funny. It started with Fall Guys. You think so? I actually mentioned that. I was like, you know, Fall Guys is like one, but I almost don't consider Fall Guys being one since, whoa. Okay. I get that game. I get that. It's just telling me how unloaders work. Would you believe that unloaders work similarly to loaders? Oh, wait a second. Now I can upgrade my machines. Now, I don't think the game ever said that. The game never told me like, hey, once you're at this tier, you can upgrade machines, which makes me mad because look how expensive this is. $2,000, $5,000. I can also upgrade my belts for $50 each. I have probably like 100 plus of them. I need so much more. I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm mad. I can't quit and reload. I want to go back into my simple warehouse and make more money. No. Okay, well, don't worry about upgrading the machines or the belts or anything yet, because then they're going to be half upgraded, half not. It's going to make me mad. Maybe it started with Among Us. Yeah, those games are definitely like in the same genre, but I'm thinking they're still like competitive, I guess, where like Repo and Lethal Company and these other games are more like you work as a team. It's still competitive, kind of, but there is a bit of a difference, and it's ultimately just really interesting still. I think some people have a tendency to maybe say that they're like just streamer games or they're like cash grab games, to which I would rather, okay, well, the streamer game argument, I don't really get that. But the comment about it being like one of many clones, for example, I feel like they need to take a closer look at the Steam store and look at how many Stardew Valley clones there are, how many Harvest Moon clones there are, before they start talking about these fun, whimsical, cheap multiplayer games. How many Animal Crossing clones there are, you know? But that's okay. There was another, oh, the headliners, you know, like that was another one that I mentioned. I have some pictures of to talk about. I don't think the headliners is as strong as the others though. But I still really like the idea of taking pictures and looking at them and seeing other people's perspectives on stuff. There was another one that Hololive played that was like that, but I don't remember what it was called, which is probably a bad sign for that game. Okay, time to focus a little bit. This is the country checker. Oh, it tells you how long it takes on the machine. 105 units of time. How long does this one take? Does not say. Okay. This one also takes 105. Big Walk. I have Big Walk on my want to play list. But, you know, like all these games involve asking people to play and being social. And then, I mean, you just know right there that I'm out. I'm already out. Big Walk feels like one you should not play by yourself. It feels more social than some of the others. So it should still check this part. You know one thing that this game does desperately need? It needs a move multiple objects at once capability. If it does have that and I don't know it, then let me be struck by a flying ice cream truck and live. I think no matter what, I have to extend the belts down. That's just going to be for efficiency. So we can start by removing these ones. I thought about playing Repo solo, but because it's kind of scary, I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. That's not the right one to try to do that. Also, I saw people online, like on streams, moving their belts like I am, one at a time. Or I mean, they were moving their belts, but like they were moving them literally one at a time. And like, you do have to place them one at a time, but I feel like what I'm doing is definitely saving time, which is like kind of placing them. It takes 2 for every big square, so like 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Maybe it's not that much faster. Then you open them, and then you just, they kind of snap the right way. It takes 2. I never wanted to play It Takes Two, but I did want to play the one where it's the 2 guys escaping from jail. I forget what that one's called. I never watched people play that one because it's one that I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm gonna play it eventually. A Way Out? Oh, isn't that A Way Out? It is. A Way Out, yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's cool. I'm pretty sure it's like a solid game, you know? It's like a more serious one in the 2-player genre, I guess, maybe you could say. I don't know, there's like 2-player games, but then there's like, those games are like another level of 2-playering, you know? Like, it's not just a game you play with someone else, you like actively have to do stuff with them all the time. Okay, so we can kind of do the math on how many we need. We need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we need like 36. That's just a rough guess. I think you can only buy 30 things at a time. You need me to listen to that? Okay. I'll listen to it now. They even sound... You know, I can hear the newness. I can hear their newness somehow. Can you hear it? Could you hear it? I felt like I could tell that that was earlier on. That's their first collab? You know, it was probably like, you know, how when Gigi said she was super afraid of getting in trouble. That's probably why. I feel like that's why she did not immediately be like, "What did you just say? What the? Who's it?" You know, she. There was a pretty tame reaction. If I had to say. That's pretty good though. Yeah, I did know that they played it. Whoever said that we needed like 36 of them, you were totally wrong. We need like way more than that. And you're an idiot. You're fired from the factory. Don't come back. Oh. Wait. I've just been informed that I did not finish unloading the truck, and that we actually have many more conveyors. That you're not fired. You're not fired. You're not fired. Who said you were? They said that you were fired. What? I can't believe that. I can't believe that, man. That's crazy. You know, this factory is like very clean. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad. Makes me kind of wonder why we have trash outside to throw away. Oh, maybe it's someone. Maybe someone's cleaning up the factory whenever we're asleep. Oh, wait a second. I actually. Oh, oops. I don't need them to go all the way around. Well, they could, but that's like unnecessary. I think it's time to start planning. So this was like, you know, those drawings that I drew, I'm gonna be honest, when I built this, I didn't follow those drawings at all. But the principle of the drawings is the same, which is that we're going to extend this way, this way. So we actually, we only need to move like this part up. Let's get rid of all this. I gotta put these boxes back. Oh man, I gotta watch the clock, guys. We gotta make sure that we've wrapped up by 7-ish today. So these are the lines that the packages need to go to. If I stay really focused, I won't get confused. And I won't have to think that hard about what I'm doing, okay? So, I can just... Wait. I think... No. I was about to say... there actually, I think, is a way I could do this really easily, but it would look worse. It would look bad. And just like in Factorio, the aesthetics matter. Not just for aesthetics, but because when you're reanalyzing your factory and you're like looking at what you've done and trying to improve it, if things are organized and repeated and whatnot, it makes it easier to understand. Like, I could just get rid of this one and put the new one there, and then move that one up, but then it wouldn't match this zigzaggy thing that we got going on. So I'm gonna extend it from here out. Here out. And it's supposed to basically be symmetrical. That one is backwards now. So the new machine... Hold on. Hold on. Oh, fuck. That was like that. Hmm. No, wait, this one got flipped around too. Whoops. So this should be... Just gonna move these pieces out of the way first. Make sure we have enough room. Yeah, and then that will go over like that. That's gonna connect to the declines. Which means then we can move this part up. Because it's coming out for the approves. Huge props to the... Somehow the soundtrack, which I'm sure is only one song, is... I've not locked onto it. I've not thought, boy, I've heard this part of this song so many times. It's pretty good. Maybe I'll just use this for my stream intro, guys. What do you think? Just kidding, Parcel Simulator developer. I wouldn't do that to you. Now wait, what is this thing? Why is this not lining up now? Oh, that's from here. Yeah, and then the loader here, yeah. Yep. Okay. Good. This actually is working out pretty easily so far. Let's get our new machine in, one of them, because the other side's gonna look the same. This is for the country. And it's only one between them that we need, apparently. You know, maybe I should go ahead and, like... Well, I don't know how far to extend this down. So we'll keep it as compact as we can for now. So this bad boy... They're gonna... Nope, that's not right. Oh, Jesus. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corner pieces. Yeah, just... Oh, here's one right here. Whoops. You know, playing this though just kind of makes me miss playing Factorio. Like, I just was thinking, why am I working in this factory when I still haven't finished my Factorio factory? But that playthrough is dried up at this point. Yeah, they don't have to be so far apart. But well, okay, actually, I could maybe try to plan ahead. If I look at how many machines, there's 1, 2, 3 more machines. Might as well go ahead and try to fit it in. How many did I just say? 4? 1, 3. There's just a space in between each one then? Okay, then let me order more corners so I can keep track of where these... Wait. Yeah, this will totally work. This will totally work. I'm gonna just make a weirdly stupid looking winding cornery path because... And then replace it with these things later. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 12. So we need 24 corners. This seems wrong. This is why I... Remember when we had our estimate? And I was like, let's just add a few $1,000s onto it. It's for stuff like this. Moments exactly like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why did I put them over there? 1, 2, 3, 4. This feels kind of dumb. But it'll totally work. That takes up a lot of space. I'm worried I'm not gonna remember how these are set up. I'll just move it back real far. I don't need to remember, like, every single piece. Like, if I have this corner here, I can, like, imagine that it goes straight. And it can extend or be retracted however long. It's this, like, this part. This part where I'm making it go over and under and stuff's turning and stuff. I'm not gonna remember that. I can't wait until I can paint my conveyor belts. You eventually get the ability to paint them. Wait, maybe I have it already. No, where tier 8? I feel like you could just give the paint at any tier, developer. Let me, you know, what if I need some extra help with my factory, you know? Wait, what? Did I mess something up? There's supposed to be a bridge here, right? No, yeah, like that. Okay, then let's move this loader out of here. Corner pieces. There's so many boxes. Get these boxes out of here. Wait, okay, all right. I understand what I just said. Now realizing what game I'm playing, but these are not parcel boxes that I'm talking about. They're my own boxes that I've ordered. You can't complain about boxes in Parcel Simulator. I get that. That's such an expected Steam review. Like, wow, Parcel Simulator was really fun, but I didn't know it was just gonna be boxes. And then it still says hours played, like 30, 37. Don't you love when you see the Steam reviews and then they're like shitting on the game and then it says like hours time when they left the review and it's gone up since when they left the review, talking about how shitty the game is and then they're still playing it. It's like, okay. I think that hurt your cause just now. Now I feel like it's even better than what you're trying to convince me it's not. 1, 2. And then the third one would go here. Right? Yeah, I probably shouldn't do this because I know the factory is gonna, it needs to go a different direction, but it's okay. It's okay. So if another thing is gonna go here, then this part needs to be oh my god. Bring back my boxes. All right. Oh yeah, that's just like way too far. Much farther than it needs to be. Tier 7, it's like right here. Oh, that's... Nope. That's not gonna line up good. Hmm. Is there a downside to leaving space? I think... Yes, I think we want to minimize the amount of space that's actually doing stuff in our machine, so that means that you... Oops, you're gonna move up to... Wait, there, there, here. Alright, now it should just be building it out. And reconnecting. You know, once off stream, I had a conveyor belt that was going. They were like facing into each other, so it was, you know, one was sending it one way and the other one was just sending it back. And like, I wasn't really paying much attention, but I saw a package to the side and I was like, okay, that's on its way. And then like I saw it again later and I was like, what? Isn't that the same? Okay, well, it's on its way now. And then I saw it again later. And multiple times I like saw the package and I was like, oh, it'll be fine. And then I really, really looked at it and it just was like going in a little circle. I was like, oh. Oh, boy. Now I'm realizing now that's like a slightly embarrassing story. I didn't have to mention it all, but I did. So, I did. I thought it was kind of funny. I did think, after seeing so many people's optimized factories, that it would be fun to make like a meme factory. I don't really know what that would look like right now, but like a factory that makes your packages spin in a circle 30 times before it sends them. It's like, aha, here's what's going wrong with everyone's Amazon deliveries. Oh, I have to extend all this stuff too. Wait. Is this the new machine? Country? Yeah, country. Wait, I need more corners? I don't see how that's physically possible. But I definitely do. I definitely need a lot more. For the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 corners. Hey, we haven't spent like nearly as much money as I thought. I must have forgot to buy something. Oh, the truck still has stuff on it. Maybe it has corners on it. It does! Huzzah! Hooray! It's a parcel simulator miracle. I think he can go here. Feels strong, man. The corner package fairy blessed us. If only the fridge fairy would do the same. Actually, my fridge, well, it's looking a little not as full as I would want it to be right now. I need to run to the store. But I don't want to, man. It's really nice though, living so close to the grocery store. I will I know there's gonna come a time in my life where I think, God, why did I move farther away from the grocery store? This sucks. Not yet, though. Not yet. I actually live with, like, within maybe 5 or less minutes of, like, 4 grocery stores. I have 30 minutes, thanks for the reminder. I'm feeling like we're making good progress. I'm feeling like I'm gonna be able to get these paths down. You know, we might not be able to see the factory in action, but, you know, spoiler alert, you want to know what Parcel Simulator looks like in the end game? Exactly what we just did earlier. But, actually, wait, there is one thing that I'm like, damn, he got me with this. The developer got me with this one. You know what I want to get? This. Tier 12 launcher conveyor. You can launch packages in the air. And like, because I was thinking like, dude, this is a hard game when like everything's on one level, you know, like everything's on one level. Look how much, there's not a lot of space left for you to add another line or for, you know, like for anything. So like, what do? Well, you send them through the air. It's like, nice, man. Hell yeah, that's cool. Wicked. It made me think like, what if you had a package thing that like, you know, let it go through the basketball hoop? Can you stack? You can stack them like physically, and you can stack them in the storage things, and they do get taller. But I was reading a post on the Steam discussions about this game, and some guy was like, what do you guys think about shooting all the packages into like one corner where there's a bunch of conveyor belts, and then it lands on the conveyor belts, and then they get sorted from there? And people were like, I mean, that would work, but like that's not gonna be faster or better, you know? And he's like, I don't think you understand. It would shoot the packages into a big corner, and then I wanted to say, yeah, but Billy, like, how does that help them? How does that? It's still doing the same thing of having to sort them and stuff. You're just making it look cool. But yeah, I thought that was, I was like, huh, I guess you could do it that way. There's nothing stopping you. Now, I should have enough pieces to like rebuild this part. Or wait, no, because we've made it longer, so I gotta get some of these guys. But yeah, if this game added Z levels to where you could have another floor, dude, it's over. The replayability is just shot up again. Just add another floor, add more doors and more things. Let people have fun. Maybe I'm oversimplifying it. Because I do think that it seems like they've carefully placed the docks and the delivery stuff. It feels like that. I could be wrong, but it feels like it. 1, 2, 3. So, surprise, surprise, we need a lot of straight pieces again. Also, I've learned from many times of trying to go and from ending my stream to go watch something else that I'm almost guaranteed to like not watch the first. However, like I have like a cooldown period that I need to mentally do after streams. Not that they're like stressful, but I just like can't concentrate on stuff immediately afterwards. Like I'll be like, yeah, I wanted to watch this, but I ended up just like going on a smoke break and then watching some Adventure Time lore video. I have to admit, I've had a guilty pleasure of watching Adventure Time lore videos again lately, guys. Have I mentioned that lately? That's like my thing that I'm doing currently. If you don't know anything about Adventure Time and you're scoffing at my intelligence, I need you to understand that while I may slightly agree with that, Adventure Time's lore is deep, man. It's some deep, kind of dark shit. Okay, and it's good. It's good. It's good. It's just so sporadic, and it took so long to like flesh out that I don't think it kept people's interest. You've seen more videos about lore than the real show. Yeah, it's because it's like weirdly got a lot of stuff in it. It's crazy. I remember, I mean, now I sound old now. This used to be like a cool fact, but now it just makes me feel old. But I remember in maybe high school, my buddy was like, dude, Adventure Time is getting a show on Cartoon Network. It got approved. I can't believe it. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, you have to watch this video. And it was the pilot episode of Adventure Time where he goes to Mars and meets Abraham Lincoln and like a bunch of others. And, you know, that was like the big funny thing that happened. And then, you know, that pilot is what got them approved. Eventually they do have Abraham Lincoln on Mars. Like he becomes canon in the actual show, not just in the pilot as well. I thought that I don't know. I was just like, I can't believe that. It kind of made me feel, it's like a similar feeling when I found out that Balatro was exploding in popularity, and I was like, wait, but that was just one of the random demos that I played. And I don't even know if I liked it that much. It's like, what? Pretty weird, pretty just like a weird, like cool kind of feeling. Why did I queue? Oh, wait, we don't need 12 convey corners because I had some on the truck. So now I just need some straight ones and some corners. We need to keep this area open for however I'm going to do the boat later. So I'm just going to like awkwardly curve it here, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Maybe I don't have to do it how I was just about to do it. It doesn't need to go all the... I mean, if I was sweating the numbers, I would make it snake around all the way. But screw that. Screw that. Speaking of lore videos... You've been getting a lot from a book series called Three Body Problem. Been getting... Oh, like people explaining the lore of it. I don't know why I thought you meant that the book was like sending you lore videos about itself. I was like, that sounds wild. What do you mean? It's about aliens in space. Oh no. Is it all fictional, or is it like about realistic things that might happen? I get freaked. I mean, of course we can talk about it, but I get freaked out by aliens, man. I get freaked out by aliens. Fictional. Okay. Phew. 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 You start telling me, oh, it's based on real things that actually happened to people, verified sightings of blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, I start sweating. It goes from 1970 to 2050 to 3000 to infinity. You can't even explain it. Maybe that's why. Well, sounds like you haven't been watching enough lore videos. Sounds like you need to get caught up here. Where is this? Wait, where is this line supposed to go? This is the decline one? Wait. I've messed up. I almost made a boo-boo. I almost sent non-stickered, invalid packages straight to the disapprove thing. That's not right. But it got a Netflix show. You might check it out. You should check it out and let us know if it's good. And at this point, I can't even pretend like I'll watch it, because I've told you and chat that I'm gonna watch so many things and never did. But, you know, the chances of it the chances of me watching it go up from a non-zero if you tell me it's good. Yes, this is correct. That's correct. I need another loader now. Oh, right. Yes, I do need another loader, which means I need 2 of them. Also, oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna get this all laid out in time, but I said loader, I mean joiner. Also, I think I have some of those in the back. You know, there is a new anime that was, I don't know if it's new and like coming out now, or if it was just announced. You're home now? The bartender is making a new creation. Nice. Nice. You'll have to let us know if it's any good. If it's any good, and then maybe if you'd like to share the recipe. Cheergy? There's an emote for everything. But that's great, man. Welcome back. We're just wrapping up a new expansion to the factory here. And then this one needs to go here. This, wait. No, this. Here. This. Wait. What? Why did this one need... Something's not right. Oh, okay. It's just a slight difference in them not being symmetrical. But wait a second. That one goes straight to the declines. These are the invalids. And so is this. These two need to combine, and they can combine right here. You're audible for the commute and the quick dive into the store. iOS does nothing justice. Every time I use my AirPods, I swear that I'm gonna throw them out. That I hate them, and then I'm gonna replace them with wired headphones, and I never do. It may be because at some point I took my AirPods and threw them up against a brick wall a few times after getting really pissed off about them. Might have caused a problem with their performance, I'll admit. If you ask me why now, I don't even know why. I'm just quirky like that, I guess. Tee. Yeah, so that all goes to the needs a sticker. All these are connected. This needs a straight line. Oh my god, I still don't have enough pieces, man. And then this needs a... Oh, one of my packages just fell through the ground. There's the trailer for the lore dump videos. All right, cool. What is it called, though? What is the thing called? Like the show? I think I'll just make that nice and clean like this. Oh, three body problem. I don't, it even sounds, you know, scary. It's like ominous. It's named ominously. Corner. The trailer will scare me? Well, now you shouldn't have told me that. You definitely shouldn't have told me that. Next time, if you guys want me to watch something, don't tell me it's gonna scare me. I like to think that I'm brave enough to handle stuff that's meant to be scary, but I know that I can't. Like, I know that it's gonna weasel its way into my brain, and then when I get really anxious about something, like it's gonna backfire, and I'm gonna think, well, actually, no, wait. That's why I can't handle, like, stuff that's, like, possibly can happen in real life, you know? Like, getting stalked and murdered, you know? Like, I can't watch something like that. But if it's something like, you know, a dragon being ripped in half by the hero, and it's crazy, way more gruesome than what would have happened in the other scenario, I could totally watch that. Because it's, like, not gonna happen. Hey, what the? My corner piece just got placed outside of the map. Or maybe, I think my corner piece got placed in warehouse tier 7 land. Well, that's annoying. I have to pay $25 tax on that. All right, let me glance at it. I'll just glance at it really quick. I'm just skim. Oh God, now literally, I saw the thumbnail and I am gone. I am not watching that. Literally, I am too afraid right now. All right, no, you know what? I will watch it later. I'll watch it later, only because you're interested in it, and that makes me interested in it. Because it makes me feel like it's not just some stupid dumb stuff. I literally bought one extra corner that I did not need to buy. I laugh so hard when CC and GG and them say he's literally hitting the Gwitty right now. So stupid. Literally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Future State Trooper, thank you for the follow. Literally, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hope you are enjoying the factory. We are going to be ending here pretty soon. Unfortunately, we have a fun stream that we want to tune into. And is she going to stream it on Twitch? I could try to figure out how to raid. I'm a little inexperienced. I need to get more experienced. But thank you. Oh, is that... Wait, I ordered too many pieces. No, I didn't. Also, I laughed so hard when CC says, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa." Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I imagine her moving in the way that... This is very specific. The Sue gif that I often post. Maybe I've even posted on Twitter, where she's just kind of shaking her head slightly. I imagine her doing that and being like, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa," back and forth. It's like addicting. Is that like when people say they have like the vocal stem or something? I don't even want to go there. Can't I just say that it's fun to say? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, let's do a quick test run. I am a package. And I'm going down the line. I'm going down the line. I'm going down the line. Going down the line. I am reached here, and do I have a sticker? If I don't, I'm gonna go this way. Straight out to the declines. If I have an approved sticker, I will go this way, straight into the green. If I don't have a sticker, I'm gonna go through, zigzag through the potential stations in the future, hit the country one, if approved, get scanned for weight, if approved, get scanned for serial number, and if approved, into the needs a green stamp section. If at any point these are marked invalid, they're gonna go here, and they're gonna go up over this way, and into the I need a bad invalid sticker section. And then on our other side, since we've tried to keep them pretty symmetrical as best as we can, you know, there's like, I'm looking now, there could be a way to like balance it out a little bit more, but it's good enough that I can understand it at a glance. So invalids, they're all gonna get lined up and go to this one instead. So I have all the invalids from one going to one row, all of them going from another to this row. All the approves though, wait a second. Now those are all valid. Yeah, they're going over to this yellow one, which means I need a sticker. And if this green one back here starts out approved with the green sticker already, it goes across into the already approved thing. So again, it's all still very manual with me putting stuff in the middle here, looking at it, etc., etc. But now it is checking the country, as well as... Well, that's it, actually. And now we have to check stamps. Somehow I still have a lot of money left, but it's because I didn't buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 5 of these things, plus one more for boat storage. Actually, probably... Now, let's just do one. It's hard to predict the game because you don't know how many boat packages you're gonna get. Like, I'm sure the game gives you less boat packages than truck packages, for example. Because if it didn't, and it was truly random, you might have a crazy annoying storage problem. Or maybe I'm giving the developer too much credit, I don't know. Something that I do wish I could do is just... Oh. I forgot to change the color of these! No! No! I bought the wrong one. No. Now I'm gonna get confused. I have to get rid of the wrong colored ones, or I'm gonna get confused for sure. Oh, this looks terrible. Oh, my wonderful view of my factory is being obstructed now by these boxes. I mean, by these crates. Hello, kitty cat. I'm selling you all of these boxes back and losing basically all my money because of it. Feels bad. 1 green, 2 yellow. We got the 2 red, and then 1 green for airplane, and then 1 green, yeah, 1 green for the boat. Wow, that was like an extra few $1,000s from just wanting to be organized. Wonder what I'm gonna eat tonight, guys. Just kidding, it's the same thing I eat every night. You guys also eat the same thing every day, don't you? No, you don't. I know some of you are more cultured than that. Do not ask me how many times I've had frozen chicken and pre-made mashed potatoes this week. Do not ask. I will not answer. Don't. I wonder how much... Oh. I wonder how much mashed potatoes I could eat in one sitting. I don't think... You know... I was about to say, I don't think I'm allowed to do that. But then there's like the mukbang streams. Those are allowed. Need to teach me how to cook? Let me cook. Don't worry. One day, my lack of cooking skills will come in handy as it turns into content on my channel. Coincidentally, that might be the day that we work on our firefighting skills. It'll be a 2-for-1, you know? This thing and the other thing was for rails and for airplanes. But we are basically approaching our time limit for today, chat. The good news is, I finished upgrading the factory. Hey, wait. Wait. Oh, these are the old ones. I was like, why are there yellow and green storage racks here? And I just bought those. These are the old ones. Okay. Maybe we should keep them. But we've upgraded our factory. And I will say, even though I am enjoying my time in Parcel Simulator, and it's been very chill chatting with you all, that this will probably be the last Parcel Simulator stream. Unless I really, really, really want to play it again, I guess. Or you guys really, really want to see it again, but I just feel like we've kind of seen everything it has to offer, and it would be very satisfying to do the rest. Just don't know if I have it in me. I think I'd rather play Animal Crossing. Irek, hello, hello. Unfortunately, we are wrapping things up. Yeah, I know, it's awful. It's my bad. I'm doing a short stream today because I want to catch Doobie 3D's 2D reveal. But don't worry, I still really appreciate you dropping in, and anyone dropping in for any amount of time. It seriously means a lot, and I will keep trying to work hard to pay you all back. But in the meantime, this factory is being shut down for now, and we will be playing Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke tomorrow as we start moving our way towards the 8th gym and the Elite Four. And on Sunday, we have our monthly chatting stream, as well as a surprise one-off game that I'm sure will be at least interesting to watch for like 30 minutes. I probably should have sold it harder than that, but that's where we're at, I suppose. And with that, no fancy outro because, you know, or because the game's audio is going to cut out. Oh, but before we break, we do have Gito's latest recipe that he's created for us. It's a very... Oh my... Oh, I can't pronounce some of these words. Here we go. A very bougie gin sour called Delilah. Delilah Hendrix 2 Grand Mariner, 1 fresh squeezed lemon, 1 gourmet maraschino, and a heavy syrup drizzled to sink for a layer. Drizzled to sink for layer 1. Couldn't wait to get cherry. This is an advanced drink, although it honestly doesn't sound too complicated to make. But I hope that it's a good one. I'm sure that you deserve it. And chat, all of you all, try to find something cool to do this weekend and tell me about it when you feel like it. Drinking sounds great, but making it, maybe we just need to get to hire Gito for his bartending services, you know? But alright, chat. I'm really kind of close now, so we're going to be ending it here. Shutting the door on the factory. Going into my cargo bin, taking my pile of trash with me. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. I mean, it's not nighttime. I'm used to saying that. Goodbye!